Hey guys, so I promised to do a part two on treating parasites on my website, notthatkindofcrazy.com. Under the health and recovery tab, you can go to the treating parasites homepage, and here you can come to. And on this previous video, part one, that I'm going to provide a card right here that you can access. I'll also put this in a playlist, and I'll put an end screen at the end where you can access the playlist. We went over the holistic approaches. I did add a couple of things to this. What did I do? Somebody mentioned pineapple and papaya and coconut in the comments of the first video. And so I wanted to highlight those in this section. So those are now there, as well as raw pumpkin seeds are a fantastic antiparasitic as well. I also added one thing that I've been doing. I stopped using traditional tooth care products, toothpaste and mouthwash. Now I use coconut oil. I brush and rinse with coconut oil. So I added that section right there. But let's go ahead and jump to the next page is therapeutic fasting. This is really critical. So why fast, right? Every religious text talks about fasting. The Bible mentions it, the Quran, So parasitic starvation. So when you fast, you flush the glucose supply that the parasites depend on to live. Forces the body into ketosis, creating a hostile internal environment for the parasites, but it allows your body to regenerate and heal. It reduces inflammation, and inflammation is where parasites thrive. Immune enhancement increases natural killer cell activity, promotes production of white blood cells, triggers cellular repair and regeneration. So fasting is probably new to a lot of people. So there are a bunch of different types of fasting methods out there. Try what works for you. Jesus and Moses did a 40 days and 40 nights of fasting. I'm not saying you got to do that, but the 16-8 method is you fast 16 hours a day, and then you have an 8-hour window period. The 18-6, same thing. You fast 18 hours a day, and then you have a 6-hour period where you can eat. The 1 meal a day fast is, you just have one big meal, right? For extended periods. Alternate day fasting, right? You fast. You do a dry fast or whatever, and for a day, and then you eat normally the next. I really don't recommend that one. I like to prep my body and work my way up to a fast. So I will start with intermittent fasting, and I will try not to eat for the first couple hours that I'm awake, right? Until for a week or two, until my body adjusts to that, and then I'll extend that window, and then I'll extend it even further. Ideally, when breakfast is short for breaking the fast, breaking the fast, breakfast. So the last thing you want to do is eat carbohydrates, sugars, cereals, waffles, pancakes, syrup, things like that for breakfast. And pork is very, very high in parasites as well. Matter of fact, breakfast is not the most important meal of the day. It's probably the one that's killing us the most. It is. The best practice, and this comes from other religions like Islam and stuff, is during the month of Ramadan, they don't eat until sundown every day for 1 month out of the year. I'm finding that there's a lot of scientific validity to that. So if you can go without consuming food from your bedtime, you wake up and then you don't eat all day until the sun goes down, it's going to be really have a tremendous impact in combating parasitic infections. So the antiparasitic benefits, again, of fasting, of these daily fasting windows, it deprives the parasites of the constant food supply, triggers autophagy, Cellular cleanup reduces inflammatory markers and allows the digestive system to rest and repair. Because when you eat, all of your body's energy goes to digesting what you just ate. When you have a high load of parasites, the worst thing that you can do is snack, especially on carbohydrates and processed foods. So our bodies are batteries, right? And in order to get the most out of your electronics and your batteries, sometimes you need to unplug your devices and let the battery drain. The same is true with your body, right? So you want to allow your your body to drain, right? And you do this through fasting. So you want to work your way up to a 3 or 5 day fast. That's where the true healing really happens. But again, work your way up to that. Obviously, if you want to run a marathon, you're not going to run a marathon tomorrow. You got to build up to it. Stay very hydrated when you're doing these things. With water, with the right electrolyte balance with the minerals. I don't necessarily recommend commercial electrolyte products. I do recommend high mineral sea salts mixed in with your water. Duration 3 to 5 days is where the real healing happens. Breaking the fast, it's ease into it. Your body is, your stomach, your digestive tract is going to contract. And so you're just not going to be able to consume the type of food or the quantity of food that you were eating prior to the fast. So be gentle on yourself, and certainly don't go rushing back to sugars and carbohydrates and processed foods after a fast. Now, here's something that might be a little bit more palatable for most people, that rather than depriving yourself of all food altogether, is to do a fresh fruit only fast. So maybe start out with 1 day and gradually build towards a 3 to 5 day fresh fruit only fast. Some budget friendly fruits that I love, like right now, finances are a big problem for me, are organic bananas, right? Because all the non-organic stuff is sprayed with glyphosate, it's genetically modified, all these other things. So organic bananas aren't that much more expensive than regular bananas. It's well worth it. I've been eating a ton of mandarins lately and other seasonal fruits right now. Red grapes are really affordable at my supermarket. So I've been eating a lot of red grapes. Premium options, blueberries, raspberries, things like that are really fantastic. Pineapple, papaya, coconut. The grapes, again, are really great for you. Hydration, stay hydrated, drink lots of water, or mostly water. I also really recommend unsweetened herbal teas, which we will touch on in a second. So just approach when you get hungry, have a banana, have a mandarin, have whatever fruit you can afford, have some pineapple. It will eventually, your body will adjust to the fruit. And soon you'll find the fruit. You'll find that it's really sweet. You're like, how did I used to drink juices with added sugars to the juice? Anyways, yeah. But listen to your body's signals. Trust your body and ease into it. Yeah, this isn't a form of punishment. It's a form of healing. So now we can jump over to let's go to the supplements page. And here I want to jump into teas. So forever, people have turned to plants for healing. Forever in all of human history, right? About 80% of the world's population relies on traditional medicine, and most of those traditional medicines are copies of what God designed, medicinal plants. So, and these medicinal plants provide much fewer side effects than the pharmaceuticals. Anyways, there's tons of research going on in terms of various supplements or whatever, natural occurring elements. Wormwood is really fantastic for flushing out parasites. Here I list a dosage and such. I don't have a specific vendor in mind for any of these supplements. I do prefer when it's an option to get the herbal teas. This is a much more natural delivery of how your body can process these supplements. So I drink daily like turmeric teas, moringa, and cinnamon, mint teas, things like that. Really, really fantastic for you. But anyways, there's wormwood, black walnut hull. You can go to the website, get all the details on all of these. Oregano oil. These are all anti-parasitic herbs. Clove and thyme are two more. And again, you can cook with these things as well, right? Clove, thyme, and oregano. Yeah, obviously you can cook with, not so much black walnut hull and wormwood. Anti-inflammatory and immune support. Turmeric is an amazing anti-inflammatory. Highly recommend turmeric. That's what's in your yellow mustard and all these other things. And turmeric is a really fantastic spice to cook with. Luteolin is something that had profound impact on my life. It freed me from a life of disabling chronic illnesses. I want to highlight one specific supplement that I will talk about a specific manufacturer, because the man who designed this company, Algonaut.com, not only saved the quality of my life, he also saved my life quite literally. When I reached out to him, he's a principal investigator. He's an MD, PhD. He's amongst the top 2% cited researchers in the world. Very, very respected man who knows his stuff. He was on the faculty of Tufts Medicine, so he's the man. Luteolin has, it's a flavonoid, and it has anti-inflammatory, antioxidant qualities for the brain, and it's neuroprotective. It protects your brain. But you have to get a supplement with the right bioavailability. This is something that occurs naturally in certain vegetables and peanut shells and stuff, but supposedly you can't get enough in your diet for it to have enough impact on the neurological level. And that's why I want to recommend, and I'm not getting any kickback for this. I'm doing this because this man went above and beyond for me. And the product was phenomenal for me. It transformed my life. Brain Gain, Algonaut.com. You can find it, ALGONOT. I'll drop it, the link in the description here. You can buy it from them directly on this website, or you can buy it from a third party that might be a little cheaper and might have cheaper shipping options. I know Amazon has it, and other vendors have them as well. Moringa is what I talked about before. I drink Moringa tea all the time. It's really, really fantastic. Moringa and turmeric teas are really fantastic. Moringa really helps with sugar balance, right? And that's what the parasites feed off of, and insulin secretion. So if you're dealing with diabetes, Moringa is probably really good for you. And another supplement that's really fantastic is berberine. I don't have it on here, so I will put it on here after this video. Berberine's also really, really great at supporting blood sugar balance. It's really natural and fantastic. Culinary herbs. All right, there's with anti-parasitic properties that you can cook with: cumin, rosemary, fennel seeds. Great stuff. And what else is there? Sodium bicarbonate, better known as baking soda, Arm & Hammer, or the generic. Just buy the generic, save a little money, although baking soda is really affordable. Baking soda, if you mix it in with some water, just like half a teaspoon or something, it'll raise your pH. This is not something you want to do every day, unless if you have a lot of a very acidic stomach or whatever, and you're like spitting up and you're having acid reflux problems. But once you balance out your pH and stuff, you can stop consuming sodium bicarbonate. But if you're ever dealing with indigestion and heartburn and things, sodium bicarbonate is really, really effective, mixed, diluted in water. High mineral sea salts are fantastic. There's Celtic sea gold salt, or Celtic sea salt, Baja sea gold salt, and Baja gold sea salt, and Himalayan pink salt. All of these are super cheap and affordable. I like to take a tablespoon in the morning, mix this in with my water, dilute it, and then drink the water. Again, salt dries out the worm skin that can be internal in your digestive tract. It also contains tons of minerals that are critical for human functioning. I mean, there used to be wars over salt supplies. That's how important salt is, folks. Probiotics can be great. I don't know a whole lot about probiotics in supplement form, but something to look into. I also want to highlight pumpkin seeds. Everybody raves about pumpkin seeds. I used to live in Egypt, and it was called lib. It was very frequent that people would chew on pumpkin seeds in Egypt. It really fantastic anti-parasitic qualities right there in the pumpkin seeds. So want to wrap this up as fast as I can. I don't want to take everybody's time. Medications, okay? Please go to your doctor with medications. I am not a proponent. I'm not a huge advocate for medications to treat your parasites. Now, if you have a very severe infection that's life-threatening and stuff, absolutely. But go to your doctor for it. They'll probably be very hesitant to prescribe you any of these medications. But if you do your homework and you come in with the right information, you come educated, then the doctor should be working for you, right? Ideally, or the medical provider, I should say, RN or nurse practitioner or PA or something. So ivermectin, of course, is the one everybody's hearing about. It's really fantastic for roundworms and lice and scabies and other mites, in addition to scabies. Ivermectin's very broad-based anti-parasitic, but it is not effective against tapeworms and flukes, the flatworm variety. So keep that in mind. Now, albendazole is more of a broad spectrum. It pretty much targets everything, but it's much slower acting. Ivermectin can work in 1 to 3 days, whereas albendazole takes like a month. And I've used all of these medications. Membendazole I have not used. It's sort of like a sister to albendazole. There's also fenbendazole, but there aren't enough human studies, but it's showing really promising research results in treating various types of cancer, as is ivermectin. Now, why are antiparasitics treating cancer? I think you can figure that out on your own. Praziquantel is another drug that targets specifically flatworms, tapeworms, and flukes. Again, deal with your medical practitioner with these things, with these medications. Consult your healthcare provider. All right. Now, healing frequencies. This is the most underrated thing of all that you can do. Sound has powerful healing abilities, and not just the specific frequencies, but listen to music that soothes your soul, that makes you calm and stuff, There's Rife was a scientist in the early 20th century, I believe, who found great healing properties in sound, but unfortunately his career and his work was sabotaged because it would have undermined the whole medical industry. Anyways, there's a specific frequency that he found, 1150 hertz, that's specific to combating parasitic infections. Listen to these things 20, 30 minutes a day. You get better benefits listening in headphones. I recommend wired headphones over Bluetooth, because we're always getting hit by these Bluetooth frequencies that cause cancers and things. Wired headphones are a little bit better. I know wires are kind of annoying, but your health is worth it. So this is a whole playlist I have right here of like 8 different parasite frequencies, and I did not mean to play that right now. And here's a whole nother playlist that I have of tons of different frequencies. They're the selfagio, I don't know. I mean, I'm I'm not good with the name of this. It's an Italian name. Different healing frequencies. There are 9 of them altogether. I listen to one that's in my sleep every night with a blank screen on YouTube, and go to bed with that. And I've been sleeping much, much better with these healing frequencies in the background. It's really been fantastic for me. So you can find all of these playlists right here that are embedded on the website. And you can obviously make your favorites on YouTube and stuff and subscribe. I'm not affiliated with any of those channels. So, but I've gotten great results from them, right? I'm getting no kickbacks for anything here. Again, use headphones for best results. Listen during rest or meditation. Start with 10-15 minutes a day. Can be used alongside with other treatments, right? This is not a standalone treatment. You want to do a holistic approach. First, eliminate carbohydrates and sugars and listen to some frequencies, and then build up towards fasting and all that other stuff, and healthier eating. So, and then I do want to do a quick 1 or 2 minute plug on explore the healing with music. If you want to go really in depth into the power of healing frequencies, at the end of the Awakening series, at the very last part, it's a 9-part series, web series here that I've created. It's all about the power of healing through sound, specific frequencies. Here it has biblical references and all these other things. It's if sound can shatter glass, what can it do for your body if you're listening to the right frequencies, right? This is a really fantastic piece, underrated. Here are those frequencies I was talking about that are listed, the 9 right there. Again, these playlists are embedded. But yeah, music and frequencies are very, very underrated. Very, very underrated. At the end, I do want to plug my healing playlist. When I was going through my awakening at the start of about a year and a half ago, in my healing journey, I started creating a music playlist right here that really soothes my soul. And I tried to tell a story with it. And in it, I do have various frequencies mixed in with it. And I spent a lot of time and put a lot of heart into creating this playlist, and it's nice to support these artists as well by listening to their music. They were all tapped into the divine source, these creatives. So if you're curious, check it out. But I really recommend you find music that resonates with your soul, that calms you. If you love death metal, that's great, but that's probably not the best for healing. Anyways, I'll leave it there. And that should do a wrap. If anybody wants me to add anything else to these healing pages, please let me know in the comments. Any ideas for future videos, let me know. I already have a bunch of other ideas, but if people want to direct things another way, I'm amenable to change. Also, I want to state that I am not locked in with everything, okay? If I say something that is provably inaccurate, I'm not married to my ideas, right? Or my beliefs, I should say, my beliefs. I am of the scientific method that if you prove me wrong, if I am proven wrong, I will admit fault, and I will change my statements. I will update the website. I want this website to be as accurate as possible, always. I want this to be a safe, truthful place that every single person can rely on, always. So, with that, I've got to wrap things up because I'm running out of record time. Have a great day, guys. God bless. Let's heal.